Welcome! This yoga practice will help you release tension in your adductors, the inner thigh muscles, and strengthen your abductors, the outer hip muscles, and promote the overall balance between the two. We will need a yoga block and a chair or a wall, something sturdy to hold on to. So go ahead and go get your block. And whenever you feel ready, transition down onto your back with your knees bent and feet on the ground. Make sure that the block is nearby so that you could reach it easily. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. Once your body gets settled, start to deepen your inhalation and lengthen your exhalation. Let's try to take the inhalation to about 6 seconds or so, and the same with your exhalation. Take your time. Don't force anything. And as you continue to breathe like that, let's practice our corset engagement. So imagine as if you're wearing a corset all around your torso. And every time you exhale, you tighten this corset, pulling all the muscles in toward the center. Your abdomen, the sides of your torso, and your back. So let's try that. On the inhale, let your chest and belly expand. And with the exhalation, hug your waist in toward the center, all around. And then as you inhale, again, let everything expand. And with the next exhalation, hug your waist in toward the center. Continue to breathe like that. Make sure that you do not lose your natural lumbar curve here. This is not a pelvic tilt. And whenever you finish with your current repetition, go ahead and reach for the block and put the block between your knees. Make sure that it doesn't hit you on the boniest part. Kind of move it a little bit closer towards your hips. And then next time when you exhale, we will do the corset again, at the same time squeezing the block with your legs. So take a deep breath here. And with the exhalation, hug the waist in and squeeze the block. You should feel your inner thighs working, and continue like that. On the inhale, release the contraction. And with the exhalation, squeeze it again. Both squeezing the block and engaging your corset muscles. Do that 2 more times. Release as you inhale, squeeze as you exhale. And I will change it a little bit. So with the next exhalation, do the same thing first. So as you exhale, do the corset, squeeze the block. And now maintain the contraction and breathe. Inhale here without releasing the contraction of your corset, without releasing the squeeze of the block. And then exhale, re-squeeze the block again, re-engage the corset. And we'll take 3 more breaths like that. Do not release the contraction as you inhale. When you finish, go ahead and release the contraction, both of your abdomen and the block, put the block away, roll onto your side, and transition up onto your hands and knees. Let's make sure that your wrists are aligned underneath the shoulder joints and your knees are aligned underneath the hip joints. With the next inhalation, lift the chest forward and up, widening your collarbones. And as you exhale, bring your elbows down first and then move your butt down toward the heels. We'll repeat that a few more times, following the rhythm of your breath. So with the inhalation again, come on up, lift the chest, widen it. And with the exhalation, bring your elbows down, gradually contract your abdomen, and bring your butt down toward the heels. 2 more times on your own. Make sure that your head follows along instead of leading the way. Do not tense your neck. And then next time on the inhale, come on up onto your hands and knees, and then lie down on your stomach. For now, we will keep the feet together, squeezed together, and forearms on the ground, forehead on the floor. Take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, squeeze your legs together and press your lower body into the ground. And as you inhale, slowly lift your upper body up, widening the chest, pulling with your hands rather than pushing. With the next exhalation, bring your right ear to the ground. And we'll do that again on the inhale. Lift your chest up, squeezing your legs, pressing your lower body into the floor. And with the exhalation, come down, left ear to the floor. Now, move your feet a little bit wider apart, about hip distance or so, and slide your hands a little bit further back. So your hands are by your lower ribs, elbows are up in the air. Make sure that your elbows stay snug. Don't let them flare out to the sides. And then next time when you inhale, lift your upper body up, moving your shoulders and elbows back, widening the chest. And with the exhalation, move down, right ear to the ground. And we'll do that again on the inhale, go up, keeping your pelvis anchored on both sides. And with the exhalation, bring your left ear to the ground. When you finish with that, bring your feet even wider apart, about mat width or so. Next time when you inhale, lift your upper body up, widening the chest. Now as you exhale, stay here and press your hips firmly into the ground. Relax the chin down a little bit. With the inhalation, widen the chest, lift the chin up a little bit. And as you exhale, come down, right ear to the ground. And we'll do that again. On the inhale, lift your upper body up, keeping your lower body anchored. Then stay here and exhale, pressing your hips into the ground. Tuck the chin in a little. On the inhale, lift the chest up a little more, widening it, anchoring through the lower body. And as you exhale, bring your left ear to the ground. When you finish with that, come on up onto your hands and knees and move down into the child's pose, butt toward the heels, forehead on the ground if it reaches there, or you can just let your head hang down and place your hands on your lower back. With the next inhalation, lift up on your knees, sweeping the arms out and up, reach up high. And with the next exhalation, move all the way down, bringing your chest toward your thighs, butt toward the heels, and hands to your lower back. And we'll do that again on the inhale. Lift up on the knees, sweeping your arms out and up, lengthen upwards. And with the exhalation, contract your abdomen as you move back down into the child's pose, hands to your lower back. We'll continue with that, but we'll add another element to it. So with the inhalation, go back up, sweeping your arms out and up, stretch. Stay up on your knees, and as you exhale, turn to your right, looking back, arms out to the sides. With the inhalation, return back to the center, looking forward, arms up. As you exhale, turn to your left, arms out, look back. On the inhale, turn forward again, raising your arms up. And with the next exhalation, contract your abdomen and move all the way down into the child's pose, bringing your hands to your lower back. And we'll repeat this cycle. With the inhalation, lift up on the knees, sweeping your arms out and up, reach up high. As you exhale, contract your abdomen and turn to your right, arms out, look back. On the inhale, come back to the center, reach up high. As you exhale, turn to your left, look back, arms out to the sides. And on the inhale, go back up. With the exhalation, move down into the child's pose, hands to your lower back, relax your neck. And now do this cycle one more time on your own. Inhale, going up and sweeping the arms up. Don't forget to contract your abdomen as you twist to your right, looking back. Return back to the center, reaching up high. Abdominal contraction as you turn to your left, looking back. And with the exhalation, move all the way down into the child's pose. Relax your neck. Place your arms along the side of your body. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. With the next inhalation, once again lift up on your knees, sweeping the arms up. As you exhale, bring your arms down, step one foot forward, and come up into standing. Grab a block. Place your feet so that they're about hip distance apart, and then put the block between your knees, maybe slightly above your knees. Make sure that you are holding onto the block without squeezing too much. Try to distribute the weight evenly between your feet. With the next inhalation, sweep your arms out and up, reach up high. And as you exhale, slowly bend the knees, placing your chest over your thighs, relaxing your neck down and bringing your arms down as well. Keep holding on to the block. On the inhale, lead with the chest, bring your arms out and going up into standing. Stretch up high. And with the exhalation again, slowly bend the knees, placing your chest over your thighs, moving the arms out and down. Relax the neck. With the inhalation, bring your arms out, lead with the chest and go up into standing, stretching. As you exhale, move back down, gradually contracting your abdomen on the way down. Keep holding on to the block, just a gentle squeeze. With the inhalation, go back up. And one more time on your own. Remember to contract your abdomen and continue to squeeze the block. And when you finish with that, with the exhalation, bring your arms down. And now let's turn toward the wall or the chair, anything that you can hold on to, and put the block on the floor. We'll be standing on it. So whenever you feel ready, stand up on your block with your right foot on the block. Hold on to the wall or the chair. And then next time when you inhale, drop your left hip down in the direction of the ground. And with the next exhalation, pull that left hip up, as high up toward the shoulder as you can. With the inhalation, again, pull your left hip down in the direction of the floor. And with the exhalation, pull it up. And continue with that. On the inhale, your left hip moves down as you stand firmly on your right foot. And as you exhale, pull your left hip back up. Try to keep your shoulders leveled as you do that. Do that one more time. When you finish with that, try to align your hips with each other based on your sensations. So try to keep your pelvis as leveled as you can. Stand up tall, still standing on your right foot. With the next inhalation, move your left leg out to the side with your toes pointing forward. And with the next exhalation, move it in and across in front of your body. With the next inhalation, move the leg out to the side, toes are pointing forward. And with the exhalation, cross the leg behind you this time. We'll continue with this pendulum-like action. On the inhale, move the leg out. Keep your pelvis sturdy, please. Don't hike the hip up. And with the exhalation, cross your left leg in front. On the inhale, move the leg out again. It's important for your toes to keep pointing forward. And as you exhale, cross the leg behind you. Continue with this motion, following the rhythm of your breath. Try to keep your pelvis fairly steady here so it doesn't move up or down or forward or back. We want the whole action to be taking place in your hip, in your left hip. And of course, your right hip muscles are stabilizing here. And then whenever you complete your current cycle by crossing your leg behind you, with the next inhalation, move it out to the side and hold it up here. We'll hold it here for 4 deep breaths. Toes are pointing forward. Make sure that your left hip doesn't climb up. Keep it down. Continue to breathe, and every time you exhale, do the corset. Hug your waist in toward the center to make sure we have nice stability and support in your core musculature. And with the next exhalation, step off the block and walk around a little bit. So in this simple movement, we use your abductors both to stabilize your body on the side of the supporting leg and to move your leg out to the side. So we're using both functions here. And then whenever you feel ready, go ahead and step up on your block with your left foot. And we'll do all the same actions on the other side. With the inhalation, drop your right hip down in the direction of the ground. And with the exhalation, pull it up toward your shoulder. And continue with that. On the inhale, drop the hip down. And as you exhale, pull it up. Once again, try to keep your shoulders fairly steady here. 2 more times. Move the hip down as you inhale. Take your time. And exhale, pull it up. And when you finish with your current repetition, even out your hips best you can, based on your sensations. Keep your pelvis steady. With the inhalation, move your right leg out to the side with your toes pointing forward. And with the exhalation, cross the leg in front of you, keeping it straight. On the inhale, bring the leg out to the side, toes are pointing forward, and as you exhale, cross it behind you. Let's continue with this action. Inhale out, and exhale, cross in front. Inhale out, and exhale, cross behind. Keep going like that. Check and make sure that your right hip is not hiking up. And make sure that your pelvis is not moving forward or back. The entire action should be taking place in your hip. And whenever you finish this cycle by crossing the leg behind you, on the inhale, move the leg out to the side. Check and make sure that the toes are facing forward, and we'll hold it here for 4 breaths. No hiking of the right hip. Deep breathing. And engage your corset every time you exhale. And whenever you finish with your 4 breaths, step off the block. Move the block out of the way for now. Move your feet wider apart and make sure that your feet are parallel to each other. Press your feet firmly into the ground. With the next inhalation, bring your arms out to the side. And then as you exhale, bend sideways to your right, looking down and bringing your left arm over your head. With the inhalation, come back up into standing, arms out to the sides. And as you exhale, bend sideways to your left, looking down and bringing your right arm over. We'll continue with that. Inhale, go up, arms out. As you exhale, contract your abdomen, bend sideways to your right, look down, left arm over. Inhale, back up, arms out. Exhale, bend down to your left. Don't forget to contract your abdomen. Let's do it one more time on each side. Try to stay in one plane. So bend directly sideways without twisting, without bending forwards. Continue to move like this until you bend sideways to your right. Place your right hand down on your leg. Engage your legs, make sure that they stay really sturdy and strong. With the next inhalation, bring your top arm over your head and look up, stretching through the left side of the body. And as you exhale, move your arm down toward the hip and turn your head to look down toward your right toes. With the inhalation, bring your left arm over your head again and look up, stretching through the left side. And as you exhale, move your left arm towards your hip and turn your head to look down at your right foot. Let's do that one more time. On the inhale, bring the top arm over and stretch. Stay in one plane. On the exhale, move the arm down, turn your head towards your right foot. And with the next inhalation, come on up into standing, arms out to the sides. As you exhale, let's take it down to the other side, placing your left hand down on your thigh. With the inhalation, bring your top arm over your head and look up, stretching through the right side of the body. As you exhale, move your right arm toward the hip and turn your head to look down towards your left foot. And again, on the inhale, right arm over the head, look up, lengthen. Exhale, move your arm down, turning your head, contracting your abdomen for stability. One more time on your own, following the rhythm of your breath. And with the next inhalation, come on up into standing and bring your arms down. Keep your feet wide apart, but this time turn the toes outwards. Your best version of ballerina stance. Make sure that you still remain stable here though. With the next inhalation, sweep your arms out and up. And with the exhalation, squat down, pulling your knees out to the sides, contracting your abdomen. And on the inhale, go back up, sweeping your arms out and up, reach up high. And with the exhalation, squat back down, knees apart, belly in. Keep your upper body mostly upright, maybe a little bit of a hinge at the hips. With the inhalation again, go up, reach up high. And with the exhalation, squat back down, pull the knees out. Stay here, interlace the fingers in front of you. With the next inhalation, move your arms forward and up, reach up high, knees remain bent. And as you exhale, bring your arms out and down. And look down at your hands. And again, interlace the fingers. On the inhale, move your arms forward and up, following your hands with your gaze. And as you exhale, move your arms out and down. Look down at your hands. One more time, move your arms forward and up. And as you exhale, bring them out and down. Now place your palms together in front of the chest. By the way, you can stop this movement whenever you like. Stop it if your knees don't like it. Take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, zip up and sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Make sure you're not compromising the knees. On the inhale, lift up ever so slightly, and with the exhalation again, contract your abdomen and sink a little deeper. One more time on the inhale, lift up slightly. As you exhale, contract your abdomen, sink a little deeper. And with the next inhalation, stand up, reach up high, bring your arms down. Turn your feet so that they are parallel to each other and move them as wide apart as you possibly can, still remaining stable in the position, of course. Place your hands on your legs. Take a deep breath here, and with the next exhalation, bend forward, sliding your hands down along your legs. Place your hands on the floor or keep them on your ankles, whatever feels best to you. Take a deep breath. And with the next exhalation, bend your right knee, straightening your left leg. And on the inhale, straighten both legs, returning back to the center. As you exhale, bend your left knee, straightening your right leg and kind of sinking down to your left side. And with the inhalation, return back to the center. Again, exhale, bend your right knee, move your body in towards your right inner thigh. And as you exhale, as you inhale, return back to the center. And exhale, bend your left knee, keeping your right leg very active, pressing your right foot into the ground. And come back to the center. Next time we'll stay in the pose. So with the next exhalation, bend your right knee. Move your upper body to the inside of your right thigh. Stay here. Make sure that you're not turning your upper body to your right. We still want to be facing forward. And continue to breathe here. Place your hands on the floor to the inside of your right foot if it feels appropriate to you. Breathe deeply. Every time you exhale, actively press your left foot into the ground, keeping your left leg straight if possible. And the next time, when you inhale, come back to the center. And with the next exhalation, bend your left knee, straightening your right leg. Once again, position your upper body to the inside of your left leg. Place your hands on the floor to the inside of your left foot. Relax your neck. Every time you exhale, contract your abdomen and press your right foot firmly into the ground, keeping your right leg straight. You should feel the stretch on the inside of your right thigh. And continue to breathe here. Don't tense your neck, please. And when you feel like you've had enough, come back to the center. Once again, place your hands on the floor or your ankles, whatever feels best. And with the next inhalation, bend both knees, pulling them out to the sides and lifting your chest up. And with the exhalation, bend down, straightening your legs best you can, relaxing your neck down. And let's do that again on the inhale. Bend your knees and pull them apart, lifting your chest up. Try to flatten your upper back. And with the exhalation, bend forward, lifting your butt up. Do that 2 more times, please. Do your best to keep the weight even on both feet. And you can point the toes out slightly if necessary. And whenever you finish with your current repetition, press your feet firmly into the ground. Bring your arms out to the sides. Lead with the chest. And go up into standing. Reach up high, stretch. And with the exhalation, bring your arms down. Move your feet a little bit closer together. Keep them about hip distance apart. Stand tall, close your eyes. And let's take a few nice deep breaths here, paying attention to how your hips feel, how you feel overall. And next we will do the tree pose. So if you know that you need the support of the wall or a chair to be comfortable in the pose, feel free to hold on to the wall. So we'll begin by balancing on our right foot. So shift the weight of the body to your right foot. Bend your left knee, lift it up, and turn your left knee out. Place your left foot above or below your right knee, wherever it feels most appropriate for you right now. Firmly press your right foot into the ground and lengthen up through the top of the head. So press your left foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. And then place the palms together in front of the chest. Or you can extend your arms up, whatever feels most appropriate for you today. Keep your eyes focused on something specific in front of you. Stand tall. Make sure that your hips are facing forward as your left knee continues to pull out. And as you continue to breathe here, let's engage your corset with the exhalation. And try to maintain this contraction as you breathe. And the next time when you exhale, put your left foot down on the ground. Shift the weight of the body from side to side a few times. And whenever you feel ready, we'll take it to the other side. So this time you'll be standing on your left foot. Lift your right knee up, move it out to the side, and position your right foot above or below your left knee, whatever feels best to you right now. Stand up tall. Press your foot and your leg into each other. And then place your palms together or extend your arms up, whatever feels best to you. As you continue to breathe here, make sure that you continue to lengthen upwards through the top of your head. Hips are facing forward as your right knee continues to pull out. And with the next exhalation, engage your corset. And continue to breathe like that. With the next exhalation, slide your foot down. Shift the weight back and forth from one foot to the other. And then whenever you feel ready, transition down onto your hands and knees. With the next inhalation, lift the chest forward and up, widening your collarbones. And as you exhale, bring your elbows down and your butt down toward the heels. We'll repeat that a few times, following the rhythm of your breath. On the inhale, lift up on your knees, widen the chest. And with the exhalation, contract your abdomen, bring your elbows down first, and then your butt down toward the heels. 2 more times like that on your own. And then with the next inhalation, come on up onto your hands and knees and lie down on the floor. Lie down on your stomach. So we will begin with your feet wide apart, forehead on the ground, and your forearms on the floor. Press your hips firmly into the floor And with the next inhalation, lift your chest and both legs up. And as you exhale, slowly come down, forehead to the ground. Let's do that one more time. On the inhale, lift up, lift both legs, lift your upper body up. And with the exhalation, come down. Now we'll change things a little bit. So reposition your feet so that they're about hip distance apart, or maybe even slightly closer together. Your upper body will stay down on the floor. Make sure that you do not tense your neck or your shoulders. Take a deep breath here. And with the exhalation, press your pelvis firmly into the ground, both sides, best you can. As you inhale, slowly raise your right leg up, just the right leg, nothing else. Stay here and exhale. Next time when you inhale, move your right leg out to the side. And with the exhalation, move it in closer to the midline of the body. We'll do that 2 more times. On the inhale, move your right leg out to the side, keeping your pelvis sturdy. And with the exhalation, move it in. Again, on the inhale, move it out. Try not to tip your pelvis. And as you exhale, move it in. On the inhale, move your leg out again. And as you exhale, put it down on the floor. Notice how it felt on the right side. And then we'll take it to the other side and compare the sensations. So once again, take a deep breath here. As you exhale, press your pelvis firmly into the ground. With the inhalation, lift your left leg up. Stay here and exhale. As you inhale, move your leg out to the side. And as you exhale, move it in toward the center. Again, inhale, slowly guide it out. Pelvis stays anchored. And exhale, move it in. And again, move it out. As far as you can go without tipping your pelvis. And exhale, move it in. On the inhale, move the leg out. And as you exhale, put it down on the floor. Compare the sensations in the right and the left side. And then move your feet wide apart, at least mat width apart. Keep them there. With the next inhalation, lift your upper body up. Stay here and exhale, pressing both legs and your pelvis into the ground. And we'll stay here for 3 more breaths. On the inhale, widen the chest, move it forward, pulling back with your hands, no pushing. And as you exhale, press your lower body into the ground, as equally through your pelvis as you can. And again, full deep breath in, widening the chest. Keep your neck relaxed. And as you exhale, press your lower body into the ground. Again, deep breath in, long spine, wide chest. And exhale, anchor through the lower body. Inhale here, and with the exhalation, slowly move down. Roll onto your back, hug your knees to the chest. Place your hands on your knees, and circle the knees away from each other a few times. Nice big circles. And then keep your knees bent at about 90-degree angle or so, and keeping about 90-degree angle between your thighs and your torso as well. Put your arms along the body. Next time when you inhale, move your knees and your feet apart. And as you exhale, bring them together and squeeze. And let's do that again. On the inhale, move your knees and feet apart. And exhale together and squeeze. 2 more times. Apart. And squeeze. And again, apart. Once you move them apart, keep them here now. Place your hands on the insides of your knees. And then with the next exhalation, do your best to straighten your legs out to the sides, pushing out through your heels. And as you inhale, bend the knees. And continue with that. As you exhale, extend your legs, stretch out through your heels, and then bend your knees. 2 more times. Inhale, stretch, and exhale, bend. And then stretch again. Exhale, bend. Now, next time when you inhale, extend your legs out to the sides. Keep them straight like this. Apply a little bit of pressure with your hands on the insides of your knees. So you'll be using your hands for resistance. We will take 4 breaths to bring the legs all the way in, keeping them straight. So take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, begin to move your legs in toward each other, resisting with your hands. And go only about 1/4 of the way. Then stop here and inhale. And as you begin to exhale, continue to move your legs in a direction of each other, resisting with your hands. Move about another 1/4 of the way. Stop here and inhale. With the next exhalation, continue to move your legs toward each other, resisting with your hands. Another 1/4 of the way. Stop here. Inhale. And with the next exhalation, move the legs all the way in, resist with your hands. And when you finish, bend the knees and hug the knees to the chest. If you feel like it, you can circle the knees away from each other a few times. Or just hug the knees to the chest and stay there for a few breaths. And then keep your knees bent. Roll onto your right side. Position yourself so that you're comfortable. You can prop your head up with your right arm or put a blanket under it, whatever you like. Bend your knees in front of you and make sure that your hips are stacked on top of each other and your spine feels long. With the next inhalation, lift your top leg up, keeping your knee and your ankle leveled. And as you exhale, straighten that leg in front of you. It's very important for us that your toes and your knee do not turn toward the ground. Keep your foot parallel to the floor. Keep the leg as straight as you can. And with the inhalation, lift it slightly above parallel to the ground. And with the exhalation, lower it down, almost touching your bottom knee. And we'll do that again on the inhale. Raise it up slightly above parallel. And as you exhale, lower it down. And again, inhale, raise it up. Do not turn your leg. And exhale, lower it down. On the inhale, raise it up. Keep it about parallel to the floor with your foot parallel to the ground. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Continue to breathe deeply. Notice how your top hip wants to pull back. Prevent it from doing that. Try to keep your pelvis, your hips stacked on top of each other. Continue to breathe. Keep your leg parallel to the floor. Do not turn it. And now as you exhale, bend your top knee and put it down. Slide it over your right leg so your left knee ends up on the floor, if it works for you, of course. Place your right hand on your top knee. Take a deep breath here. And with the next exhalation, slowly start to move your upper back toward the floor. So we'll gradually open up into the twist, turning your head to your left. Continue to breathe like that. With every exhalation, turning your upper body to your left a little bit more, while your lower body stays in the same position, with your left knee over your right one. Continue to breathe like that. Continue to turn to your left, only to the point that feels appropriate. If you start feeling the extra pull in your left shoulder, just rest your left hand on your top hip to avoid straining your shoulder. And when you had enough of that, roll onto your right side again, and from here transition onto your back. Place your feet down on the floor with the knees bent. Close your eyes and take a couple of breaths here, observing the sensations in your left hip. And now let's try it on the other sides. So roll onto your left side now. Once again, stack the hips on top of each other. Prop your head if necessary. Bend your knees in front of you. With the next inhalation, lift your top leg up. And with the next exhalation, straighten the top leg in front of you. On the inhale, raise it up a little above parallel. And with the exhalation, lower it down, almost touching the bottom knee. Again, on the inhale, lift your leg up. Make sure to keep it parallel to the ground. Do not turn it in. And as you exhale, lower it down. Continue to go up and down like that, keeping your hips stacked on top of each other. And the next time when you raise your leg up, let's keep it up here, about parallel to the floor. Foot is parallel to the floor as well. Make sure that your top hip doesn't pull back. Keep the hips stacked and continue to breathe. Engage your corset for support. And then next time when you exhale, bend your top knee, put it down, slide it over your bottom knee, so your right knee ends up close to the ground. Place your left hand on your top knee, and little by little, we will begin to move into the twist. So with every exhalation, turn your upper body to your right along with your head. And continue to move like that until you get to the point that feels like an end point for you today. And then stay there. Once again, you can rest your right hand on your right hip to support your shoulder. Continue to breathe deeply, slightly deepening your twist on the exhalation. No force. And when you had enough of that, roll into your left side completely. And then transition onto your back. Hug your knees to the chest. And circle your knees away from each other a few times. Nice big circles. Nice deep breathing. Hug your knees to the chest for a moment. And then reach for the block, please. And then bend your knees with your feet on the ground. We'll be doing the bridge pose with the block. So bring your feet pretty close toward your buttocks. Place the block between your thighs. Extend your arms along the body. Next time when you inhale, press your feet into the ground and slowly roll your hips up, raising your right arm over your head. And And with the next exhalation, slowly roll down, bringing your arm down and turning your head away from the moving arm. Next time when you inhale, roll the hips up and raise your left arm up, all the way to the floor behind your head. And with the exhalation, roll down, lowering the arm and turning your head away from the moving arm. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Again, on the inhale, go up, right arm goes up, head returns to the center. Hold on to the block without squeezing too much. And exhale, move down, turning your head to your left. And same on the other side. Let's do it one more time on each side. Keep holding on to the block without squeezing too much. And when you finish with your current repetition, put the block away, hug your knees to the chest. If you feel like it, you can circle the knees away from each other again a few times. And then put your feet down on the ground. Straighten your legs down and make your way into the comfortable resting position. If keeping your legs straight doesn't work for your lower back, always feel free to bend the knees or put something under your knees. Comfort is the key word for us here. Get settled. Bring your attention to your breath. As you continue to breathe here, do your best to take your inhalation to about 8 seconds and your exhalation to about 8 as well. Don't force anything, just take your time to inhale, take your time to exhale. And use every long exhalation as an opportunity to relax, relax, relax your body, especially the lower body. Every time that you exhale, let go, let go, let go. Release all the tension, all the contraction. Rest. Take a couple more nice deep breaths here. If you feel like stretching, you can stretch, or you can just wiggle your fingers and the toes. And then little by little, start to transition up into a seated position. Sit cross-legged if it feels okay to you. You can climb up on the block if you feel like it. Sit up tall, close your eyes. Bring attention to your lower body. And as you continue to breathe here, think of your legs as the petals of the flower. And every time you inhale, imagine that flower opening. So the petals are opening out. And continue to breathe like that. Every inhalation is an opportunity to open up a bit. No force, no pull. Nice deep breathing, long spine. Take a few moments now to notice how your hips feel, whether or not sitting cross-legged feels a little more comfortable right now or not. Notice if you feel warmth around your hips, more ease or not. And then next time when you inhale, sweep your arms out and up, reach up high, stretch. And with the exhalation, bring the palms together in front of the chest. Relax your chin down. Take a couple more nice deep breaths. And thank you for joining me today. Namaste.